So much in the same way that certain colors will look really good on us, it's important to understand our body type, our body lines, our face shape, and then understand what complements it. So yes, you buy an outfit, the color's key, but if it's a material, for example, you'd have to go to the seamstress to have her make it for you. You don't want her to just say, oh, this is the latest style, let me sew it for you. And then when it's done, you're thinking, oh, but it doesn't quite fit me.
But usually that's what we do.
Exactly.
And when you see something on TV,
yes.
I had to say last Friday that please don't take photos. People would just take a picture and go and say, I want some of this.
So yes, this outfit, I'm sure it suited you. So in that case, it would have gone on your body lines, your proportions, your scale, and so on. Even the patterns, whether it's straight lined or contoured, will have an effect. So somebody with a different body type from you would see you looking great, take the picture that they took to the seamstress, then the results, they're depressed. And then who gets blamed? The seamstress. But I believe ultimately today's woman is responsible for what she wears. It's your decision. So understand, your body lines. If you're straight, then maybe the straight skirt will look great on you. If you're more contoured and curvy and voluptuous, then, soft fabrics which have more flow, more movement, would actually complement your contoured figure much better. And it make you feel more comfortable also.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so what are the neutral colors, the best neutral colors?
Okay, so neutral is normally good maybe for work because it's more understated, okay? So again, 4 groups. Maybe your black and white would go, very powerful, but neutral because they're not too daring, okay? And then if you're warm coloring, maybe your chocolate brown and the cream could be your best neutral colors, all right? You could also do a beige and like another cream or a navy and an off-white. So they're quite neutral because they're not overstated, they're not too in your face, they make you look very approachable. People won't be afraid to kind of come to you and ask you, for help, depending where you are and so on.
Is this also useful when you're choosing a wedding gown?
Oh yes, absolutely.
And the accessories to go with it.
See, I know that most people like to wear white for weddings, okay? But it's worth having a look. If white isn't...
Not everybody can wear white?
Not everybody, no, not at all.
Not on your wedding day?
Okay, so people wear white because they have different connotations, all right? But if your look is very kind of soft and warm, so maybe you're fair with brown hair, or you're quite dark, but your hair is dark brown rather than black and your eyes are dark brown, then maybe something with a bit of cream, just a tiny bit, maybe ivory, would make you look your best. And on your wedding day, you want to look your absolute best. Okay, so if you still want to wear white for whatever reason, then maybe your accessories, so your tiara, your jewelry, that can have a more softer, warm glow to it, okay, because it all kind of adds. And you want to be able to look at your wedding pictures in 20 years' time and still say, yes, I felt beautiful on my wedding day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Have we given the third question, which is the second question?
Yes, we're going to now. So this is to win the second prize at Amazing You. Basically, I've mentioned the groups of colouring a few times. So how many groups and what are they? Okay, so what are the different groups of colouring and how many in total?
What if our friends who would call, what if they don't get the answers right and I can?
You're not allowed. You're exempt. You're disqualified automatically.
Let's just jump into the home.
Sure.
What colours are okay or best for your hall, for instance?
Okay, your hall, okay. So your hall is where your guests first, are welcomed when they come in. So normally warm colours, so maybe like a light cream or a magnolia would work. But sometimes you can even go for like a light blue or like an icy lemon.
You won't believe it.
Is that what you have?
Orange on one of my walls.
Okay, that's an accent. Okay. So again, for your personality, if you want the room to be very vibrant, okay, and have an accent wall, then yes, you can absolutely use the colour you want to do that. So yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
sure. So green, for example, is a colour of balance. Blue and yellow mixed together and so on. So green is normally good for bedrooms, as is like maybe like a pale violet, good for bedrooms. For your living room, it just depends what other furniture you have, But I think the key thing is not so much to get a prescription of the colours to use, but it's just more important to understand, do the colours work well together? Are you achieving what you actually want to achieve with the room? Okay, so do your rugs complement, your settee? If you've got a lamp, do you have a gold and a silver and a bronze? If you stick to this, a similar family, then it's more impactful.
So what if you feel good about what you have? Does it, that's it, right? You just have to feel good about what you have.
In terms of the colours in your wardrobe? Okay. Yeah. It just depends how much you care about your image and the impression you want to give outside. You know, some people are very comfortable, very confident. No matter what anybody says, they're like, I'm sticking to this. Having said that, if you're honest with yourself, you'll find that you tend to wear similar colors. And also, like we heard in the segment, certain colors would definitely get you more attention. People actually treat you differently based on how you look.
Okay. Getting the colors right is absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what colors you can use in the bathroom.
In the bathroom, okay. So bathroom, you know, it's nice if it's quite luxurious. You know, you go there to relax, you go there to get refreshed. Normally, you know, blues are good, creams are good. So people like to go for greens. Again, green is very balanced, very relaxing, you know. But the key is your personality has to be a part of it, you know. So don't just pick the first color that you see. Think about how the colors make you feel. You know, if it's a family bathroom where there be kids coming in with muddy shoes, again, you want it to be practical and functional. There's lots to consider, but just don't think any color will do, because nothing ever, you know, just does. So it's about thinking through what you want and then picking the color to suit your needs.
Sure.
You know.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go to my favorite part of the home, which is the kitchen.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Well, what's the appropriate colors to use there?
Okay. So if we're looking at cabinets, you know, if you're you're single or a bachelor, then you know white is very clean, it's very very crisp, very fresh. It's good. Maybe you can have white with a splash of color. You know, maybe put some green in it and have if you're having white, then ideally silver, because it's also cool. It's good for your handles and for your cooker and so on. Having said that, if you want to go for something a bit warmer and better for family life, so not so clean and crisp that the kids get it all dirty, then maybe you can have gold, and you know, and it's about it looking good together as a picture, you know. But I also want to mention, I'm sure today's women like to shop for their husbands, their partners, their boyfriends. Yeah, sure. This color issue is just as important for men. Okay, so for their suits, for their shirt, for their ties and pockets, which you know kind of accent their colors, it's also important they understand whether they're cool or warm, whether they're bright or they're muted. You know, so black and white, like I mentioned earlier, black and white suits doesn't make every man look powerful. So if you're more warm and muted, then chocolate brown with a cream shirt, you know, maybe with like a deep green tie, would make you look more impactful than black and white. Okay. So we don't need them.
All right. There's something showing on the screen right now, but this is actually an office environment.
Yes.
And the colors are, you know, like very catchy and stuff like that. Can you have such bright colors in your office? Okay. Or it depends on what you're selling? Absolutely.
So if you're in the fashion industry, if you're in an image industry where you do design and so on, then the colors people have to walk in and feel like, oh wow, there's lots of color here. Why is there? It has to be appropriate, okay? Whereas if you work in, you know, in like a law firm or a bank and so on, then the colors have to be more corporate. You know, you may have corporate colors that you want to kind of, you know, give the message to your guests, your visitors and your clients that, okay, you're in this bank, you're in this kind of office, yes. So your corporate colors, which again speaks, you know, volumes about who you are as a company, that will also come into play. But to answer your question, yes, it depends on what's appropriate for the industry and the sector that you're in.
So back to the men, because otherwise they'll kill me. Even though this is today's woman.
Of course, absolutely, yes. So back to the men. Okay, so you know your leathers, so your shoes, your belts, your briefcases. You know, black again isn't for everybody. So if you're gonna have a
black isn't
it's not the best.
Okay, no. All right. When we come back, we will talk more on this. Great. But you're watching Today's Woman. Today's Woman is sponsored by Latest Foam. It's definitely your partner for life. We're supported by Ice Cool Purified Water, and I am costumed by Mislin Creation Makeup from Paba Cosmetics, which is located in Laboni near the Church's restaurant, or you can find any of the Paba products from your neighborhood cosmetic shop. Stay with us. So you're welcome back to Today's Woman on this beautiful holiday. My guest is Jennifer Agyeman, and we're discussing colors. But right now I want us to talk about, I want to ask you, as a lady, should your bag match anything that you're wearing in terms of colors? Okay.
So when we say match, it doesn't have to be identical, okay? If it coordinates and it's from the same group, is great. So we're talking about coordinates. So we're talking about your bag and your shoes. Basically, apart from your outfit, you accessorize. It's like the icing on the cake, right? When you accessorize. So ideally, yes. You know, you don't want to wear black shoes and a brown bag.
No. That's a no?
No, it's a no.
Let me speak to Harriet. She's calling from Kaneshi. I have something to say on this one.
Okay.
Harriet, thanks for calling. You're on air.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Harriet.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, Harriet, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I actually didn't start watching the program with you, but then, hello. Yeah, I wanted to know the sort of colors that will go with, a chocolate color.
Okay, chocolate color person. Okay, all right. We will try, but I know it's difficult. You can't just say chocolate colored and then we can figure out what, right?
Yeah, exactly. Your
Yeah.
eyes, your hair.
But you can give her an idea.
Okay. So what color are your eyes, Harriet?
No, I don't think Harriet is on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But it matters the color of your hair.
Yeah, your hair and your eyes, yes.
Okay.
Because that's where some of the variations may be. So it could be the same identical shade as somebody skin-wise, but your undertones will be more visible maybe in your eyes and your hair. So if you're chocolate color with dark brown hair, then the warm colors we spoke about earlier was
Warm colors.
your warm colors. They look like they've had the sun infused in them. So if you warm is more sunny colors, cool is more moonlight, more bluey colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You mentioned because I wanted you to mention the name of the warm colors.
Yeah. So warm, so you've got rust, you've got orange, tan, peach. If you just imagine those colors, they look
But
like
this
they've been
is
sun.
if you have a dark hair.
No,
Or
okay.
if you have brown.
If you have brown hair and chocolate skin, then overall they may work for you better.
Sure.
But to get a full palette of 33 colors, you'd have to have a professional consultation done.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Veronica, you're calling from Kumasi. You're on air now, so let's hear you.
Hello?
Hello, Veronica.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I want to know the shades of colors that will blend with me. Actually, I'm dark like the presenter anyway.
Oh, you're dark like the presenter.
Okay. My color, so I can choose the sort of dresses that I wear.
Okay. All right. I hope the TV is not deceiving you though, but her color is like mine. It's darker like mine.
Okay, so my coloring is quite bright, so I'm dark, but my hair actually there's a bit of a contrast between my skin and my hair. So generally, bright colors would suit you. Having said that, you don't want the bright, warm colors. You want the bright, cooler colors. So colors which are more bluey, more pinky, would suit more than the actual warmer colors. So think of moonlight colors, yeah.
Okay.
But again, it's difficult to just guess. But pay attention to when you wear the colors, how you look and how you feel. That's a good starting point.
Okay, all right, sure. So back to if you're wearing a black shoe, you can't go with a brown bag. That's a no.
Black is very cool, very bright. Brown is softer, is more muted, is warm. You get two different stories being told here. Because then I'd ask you, what color is the buckle on the brown bag and the buckle on your shoe? What color are your earrings? Absolutely. So if you're cool coloring, then silver and the cooler colors will definitely paint a better picture than wearing the brown which goes better with gold. Yeah. But it's just about women understanding that it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of world when it comes to our color. Our skin, our hair, and everything we pay money for, it needs to do us good and complement us. So if you go and see an image consultant or a stylist or a color analyst, they can actually advise you and give you your color palette, which will make it look good all the time.